Ancient Greece was the cradle of Western civilization. The Greeks gifted the world with the epic poetry of Homer, the philosophy of Plato and Socrates, and stately columned temples where they offered sacrifices to a pantheon of jealous gods. But what was daily life like in ancient Greece? Michael Lovano, a history professor at St. Norbert College in De Pere, and author of The World of Ancient Greece, a daily life encyclopedia, says that it was remarkably like our own. Here are 5 everyday objects from ancient Greece that help forge a connection with people living nearly 3,000 years ago. Number 1. Protective statues. The home was the center of ancient Greek life, and protecting the home and its inhabitants required daily offerings and prayers to the gods. In addition to a small family altar in the courtyard, ancient Greeks placed special objects at the entrance to the home to protect it from evil spirits or dangerous energies, says Lovano. One such object was called a herm, a small statue of Hermes, the god of travel. Upon leaving the house, family members would say a prayer to Hermes to protect them on their journey, even if it was only a short trip to the market, and offer a prayer of gratitude for returning home safely. Another popular talisman was a 3-sided statue of Hecate, the goddess of witchcraft, which ancient Greeks placed outside their doorways to deflect any evil eye energies coming from the outside. Smaller protective figurines of Hecate made of wood could be carried around in the home or on journeys. Number 2. Clothing. The Peplos and Chiton. In ancient Greek art and sculpture, nudity was the norm, but in everyday life, people definitely wore clothes. All clothes in ancient Greece were variations on the same theme: a large piece of cloth, usually wool, but sometimes flax or cotton, that was layered, folded, or pinned into a comfortable and fashionable shape. Most of the Greeks wore a chiton, or what we would call a tunic, says Lovano. It's essentially a long t-shirt that goes down to mid-thigh, and they would tie it around their waist with some kind of string or rope. The chiton could serve as an undergarment for additional layers of clothing, like a cloak called a himation, or be worn by itself. Women wore long tunics, but also a type of ankle-length dress called a peplos. A peplos was made from 2 pieces of fabric clasped or pinned together at the shoulders. Lovano says that archaeologists routinely find these clasps, which range from simple bronze brooches to jewelry-quality pieces made from silver and gold. Number 3. Chariots. Chariot races were the most anticipated and celebrated events on the ancient Greek calendar, held during seasonal festivals honoring the gods and during the ancient Olympic Games. Chariot races were dangerous, high-speed competitions held at open-air racetracks called hippodromes. Each 2-wheeled chariot was pulled by a team of 4 horses, and as many as 10 chariots at a time competed for glory, slamming into each other as they navigated hairpin turns. Chariots arrived in Greece from the ancient Near East via Egypt and Cyprus, and they were made from wood reinforced with bronze plating. The ancient Greeks used chariots primarily for racing, not warfare. Number 4. The Greek shield, Aspis. If you were a hoplite soldier in the Greek army, your essential everyday weapon was a simple wooden shield called an aspis. This round shield was invented in the 8th century BC and spread like wildfire across the Mediterranean because of a game-changing innovation. The leather back of the shield had 2 grips, one to secure the elbow and a second one for the hand. Ancient Greek shields weren't made entirely of metal like old trash can lids, says Lovano. The aspis got its strength from a wooden core that was reinforced with plates of metal like bronze or iron. Some of the shields were inlaid with gorgons' heads and other scenes to intimidate the enemy. Number 5. Wine mixing bowl Krater. The English word Krater comes from a type of ancient Greek punch bowl called a Krater. The Krater was the centerpiece of the symposium, an ancient Greek drinking party filled with wine, women, and song. The ancient Greeks thought that drinking undiluted wine was vulgar and led to drunkenness. That's where the Krater came in. Kraters were wide-rimmed bowls made of ceramic or bronze in which wine was mixed with water and then ladled out to the guests at the symposium. The symposium played an important role in Athenian democracy because they were places where citizens could gather informally to share ideas and engage in philosophical discussions. Many of Plato's dialogues were set at a symposium. Lovano says that every Greek household would have a Krater for family gatherings and celebrations. The humblest were made of unadorned red ceramic, while wealthier families owned craters with elaborate depictions of the gods making merry. What are your thoughts on these ancient objects? How many do you use in your daily routine? Share your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for more. Goodbye, everyone.